they're going to have a nuclear weapon in the next 60 days. Biden allowed them to do this. He's allowed them, and now they're a very wealthy country, and they control Iraq. Another stupid thing that we did. Going into Iraq was a stupid thing. Remember, I used to say, don't do it, but if you do it, keep the oil.
Illegal immigrants with cell phones? How'd they pay their bills? In the other side, Iran going to have nukes soon, all thanks to Biden. Oh, and Iraq? That was just another genius move, wasn't it?
Our country's history, it's been sad in so many ways, but I think it's going to be inspiring because we're going to do something that, frankly, nobody's been able to do for a long time. We've watched our country take a great beating over the last 3 years, and nobody thought a thing like this would be possible. Iran, as you know, was broke. When I was running things, they were broke.
America's been through a lot, but guess what? We're about to inspire the world. Iran's broke, and when Trump was in charge, they stayed that way.
We had no inflation. Inflation is destroying the middle class. It's destroying everything. Inflation, if you look back over the history, hundreds of years back, inflation is called a country buster. And that's what it's doing to our country. What's happened with inflation has been unbelievable. A lot of people say, a lot of experts have said the stock market's the only thing that's doing well, and that's doing well because our poll numbers are so much higher than Joe Biden's.
Inflation, the silent lurking in the shadows, wreaking havoc on the middle class. It's a tale as old as time, with our history riddled with its destructive path. And yet, amidst this economic turmoil, the stock market remains buoyant. Is it merely coincidence, or could there be something more sinister at play? Perhaps it's time we delve deeper into the forces driving this economic imbalance and question who truly benefits from this disparity.
80-year-olds shouldn't be president, that if you're the nominee, the GOP will lose age as a cudgel to use against Joe Biden. Does he have a fair point?
Well, if he's the nominee, they'll lose because he's a lousy candidate. So, I'd rather take on the age issue. I feel I'm physically extremely good. I feel the same way I did 40 years ago. I mean, I feel as good as I've ever felt. Athletically, I'm just about as good as I ever was. I do certain things. I play golf. I win club championships, and I beat people that are 25 years younger than me. I hit the ball just as far as I actually think I hit it a little bit further.
Age may indeed be just a number, but in the case of Joe Biden, it's a number that's garnering increasing scrutiny. As he pushes the boundaries of what's considered the norm for presidential candidates, questions naturally arise about his ability to effectively lead. Yet, in the grand scheme of things, does age really matter if the candidate in question is deemed unfit for office? While Biden's detractors may seize upon his advancing years as a point of contention, others may argue that age is but one factor among many in assessing a leader's capabilities.
Well, they're going to have to talk up because no country or city or state is sustainable doing this. You have thousands of people. I was in New York. I saw on Madison Avenue, these magnificent shops. Madison Avenue, Fifth Avenue, the greatest. Madison Avenue, thousands and thousands of people. And they're sitting on the street. They're not even on the sidewalk because there's not enough room on the sidewalk. And you have these beautiful stores that are paying a lot of rent, and they have to sell luxury merchandise, and that goes to the city in the form of taxes and all these other things. And they're not going to be able to stay in business. The money that's being lost in these cities, Chicago, Los Angeles. So now you have the massive crime problem, and it's vast in Democrat-run cities.
The sight of streets teeming with homeless individuals is a stark reminder of the challenges facing our society. In Democrat-run cities, this issue has reached crisis proportions, with businesses suffering and tax revenues dwindling. Yet, despite these glaring problems, there seems to be a reluctance to address the underlying issues head-on. The elephant in the room remains ignored, as policymakers grapple with the complexities of urban decay and social inequality.
He's the worst president in the history of our country. There's never been anything like what's happening to our country. Today it was announced that 325,000 people were flown in from parts unknown. Migrants were flown in.
Hey, another thing too, y'all watching the border, y'all need to watch Opalaka Airport, man. I'm telling you, they got MARC planes coming in, And then a couple of minutes, like 30 minutes later, you'll see like a van flushing all through the city of Miami. He ain't lying. They coming through planes. See, y'all, they got y'all watching the border, but I'm telling you, they coming in planes.
Aeroplane, not going through borders, not going through that great Texas barrier that I was with the governor of Texas, Greg Abbott, the other day, and we were looking at the job they're doing. But in the meantime, they're pouring into California and they're pouring into Arizona.
Former President Trump pulls no punches in his assessment of the Biden administration, labeling it the worst in history. And as if to underscore his point, reports emerge.
Because I got an uncle-in-law. He from Africa. Shout out to Abu, you know what I'm saying? And I was going over there in Opelika, and I was like, damn, why these planes keep on coming, you know, like so busy. Opelika Airport is a small, I ain't gonna say private airport. It's not like international airport. I used to work out there too. And I'm sitting there in my uncle's yard, and I'm just watching these planes just steady come in and out, boat planes. The ones with the propellers, they all got navy blue. They bellies of the planes are painted navy blue. I'm telling you, got these little white vans come picking these people up, and they flushing all through the city. And they got these homes and all this. I'm like, damn, they driving nice cars. When I went to the wash house, I was like, damn. I was home for 2 months. I ain't been back home in like 9 years, and I came in to get some paperwork. And I get there, I say, damn. So letting all them Latinos know, if y'all got enemies back home, they here. They here. Yes, Lord, they is here. And they coming in, not only through the border, not only on the coast, they coming in planes, y'all. I'm talking about hella planes, like 10 planes a day. They was using this one street that came from the Opelika Airport. They just kept coming in. And when I was in the wash house washing my clothes, it was a dude from Venezuela, and he was using this translator on his phone. He was like, yeah, man, you know, me and my family come here. They got so much civil unrest back home. I'm talking to him. We back and forth with the phone, back and forth on the phone. He was like, so where all the black people? I say, man, they leaving. They going to Georgia. They going to North and South Carolina. He was like, well, you know, back home in this culture, they have a lot of prophets and a lot of ancestors that's black, no brown, you know, my color. And he was like, he was my color too, but he was saying like, man, he was told that they was gonna get all kind of money and help, which some of them are, not all of them. But I'm letting y'all know, y'all watching the coast of Florida, y'all watching Texas and California, they coming to Opelika Airport on these small planes, big planes, boat planes, and they all got this navy blue painting on it. It's navy blue, right to the belly of the plane. You got to be under the plane to see it, and they just coming in. I'm telling y'all better get ready, man. Children of the Most High God.
Of migrants bypassing Texas barriers and flooding into states like California and Arizona. It's a situation that highlights the consequences of lax.
In Florida, trust me, in Florida, y'all not watching it. They got y'all thinking they coming in from other places. They coming in, man.
Immigration policies and ineffective border control measures. With governors seemingly powerless to stem the tide, the burden falls squarely on the shoulders of ordinary citizens,
Suit up.
To grapple with the fallout of
Suit up and boot up. This is my last video about this. I'm finna go back to getting my mind right and getting prepared. If you ain't geared up, like I said, I'm gonna tell y'all too, like, I ain't got no more jerseys. I done sold all my jerseys, my fitteds, my high-priced shoes, you know what I'm saying? I went and bought camo and stuff like that, outdoor stuff. So, think it's a game, children. Oh, y'all holler at Albert too, man. If y'all see this video and y'all work with us, holler at Albert. Albert got all the contacts on, you know what I'm saying, the camo stuff. So, hit that man up. You see him, stop him at the job, holler at him. Of the Most High God.